Welcome to Nilachal Kitchen. This is Manjari. Today we are making jalapeno roll along with my friend. So in a bowl, take 2 and 1/4 teaspoon of rapid rise yeast and 2 teaspoon of sugar. I'm using 1 sachet of yeast. Add 1/4 cup of lukewarm water and let it rise. You can see it after 10 minutes, it becomes frothy. So our yeast is activated and we will use this in our dough. Now take 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour maida. You can also add mix and match with wheat flour. Now add 3 tablespoons of milk powder. You can also skip this and replace the water with milk in the next steps. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and a pinch of asafoetida, which is optional. You can skip this also. Mix this well. Now add the activated yeast to the flour. So add around 1.5 cups of water. You can also replace the water with the milk if you have not used the milk powder in the previous step. Now I am kneading this to sticky dough and I will have to make the dough smooth. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil or butter. Make the dough smooth. You can use your hands or you can also use any food processors. Make sure the dough is smooth and without cracks and allow this to be fermented. So place this in a bowl with muslin cloth on top and rest this for 40 to 45 minutes. You can grease this with olive oil on the bottom and the top as well. Now you can see after 45 minutes the dough rises. But don't punch it down and leave this aside. We'll use the dough directly without punching it down. Now let's prepare the cheese layer. Take 0.4 kgs of Mexican blend cheese, half teaspoon of asafoetida, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, and 1/3 cup of melted butter or olive oil. Add 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, oregano, basil, parsley. Our cheese layer is ready. Now the dough as is, you have to take it down.
You want to cover everything with, you can almost roll it in the, you want everything to have, okay? And then you can start to just stretch the dough and you'll see where is a rectangle forming, because you want to make one long rectangle. So you can see this is like rectangle has formed. So these two ends you will pull on. So to actually pull, you can just let gravity do it. So you can just pull up and let it stretch a little bit and then push back down. And then same thing on the other side. You can let gravity do some of the work and just make sure it doesn't tear in any spot. And once you have that base rectangle is created, now you can start with the rolling pin, and you want to roll it out to just the size of the pizza dough thickness. So now this rectangle is formed. So yeah, then you can just keep rolling out, and this edges will be thick, so that's the part you want to take care of. You want to make sure the edges are thin and the middle is not too thin, because if the middle is too thin it will break.
So sprinkle 1 teaspoon of salt on top of the dough. This recipe is led by Avanish Prabhu, credits to him, and helped by my daughter Kishori. So thin cheese layer has to be spread on the top of the dough and spread jalapenos evenly. It has to be completely covered with jalapenos. Since I didn't have enough jalapenos, I'm using colored bell peppers as.
And then nice layer of the toppings, whatever toppings you have. And then it's best to have thin pieces, because when you roll it, if you have too big pieces, it will fall apart very easily. So if you have smaller pieces, that's better. So when you roll, you want to take it almost like a carpet, or you're rolling a burrito. You want it to be very tight. That's how you'll get the nice rolled look when it comes out, when you cut it. So you can start from one side, and again nicely, you want to almost pinch in the bottom part. Whatever you're grabbing, you can almost pinch and pull it into what you're rolling, and you can just go like that from left to right. You can just keep on going. and just a slow process. The slower you go, the nicer the roll will look. So just keep going. And then like this, you see, you'll need to pull in this veggies, because the veggies will try to push out, but you want to keep them into the roll so you can pull them in as you're rolling. And this is why you should have a lot of flour on the bottom, because if there's not enough flour on the bottom, your dough might stick to the surface. Fine. And as you're getting to the end, you might see that this end is falling out, so you can just push it back in and pack it. That's okay, it won't affect the outcome. And these veggies also, if they're moving out, you can just put them back in the right place. And like that. Now once you get to the bottom, you can give it a nice tighten it so it make sure it comes together, otherwise it will fall off. In piece you can push in. Yeah. So this one, cut it.
Now cut this into spirals with 1.5 to 2 inch of gap in between, little bit more than 1.5 in between of that measurement. Now if the dough is stuck nicely, you can see nice spirals. Line this in baking trays and bake at 375 Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. You can see after that it's nicely done. Since we added butter already, we need not grease on the top again. Our jalapeno rolls are ready to offer to Lord Krishna. Serve with prayer and gratitude. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna.